Hi Ubies, it is the beginning of April and the weather has cooled down significantly, and I thought I'd do a little tour of the garden and do a few jobs. So there's lots to do because it's basically been neglected for the last couple of months. It's just been so hot. February or March, it was so uncomfortable to be out here. So basically I didn't do anything and nothing much is growing, and what is growing is grossly overgrown. So I'm going to do a few jobs to tidy things up today. And so nice, it's a beautiful sunny day, it's cool, and it's great weather to work in. So come along. This area under my pergola is always messy. It's the dumping ground, so I'm going to get in, clean it all up. I have this ginger plant in a pot, so I'm going to pot it up into a bigger pot, but it just started as a bit of ginger root that I stuck in the ground in that pot, and probably about a year ago, and the pot has just sat there doing nothing, and all of a sudden a plant grew. So I'm going to try and grow some ginger in a larger pot. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at this. When I pulled that ginger out of the pot, it was just full of these grubs. I don't know what they are. I'm going to go away and Google them, but I don't think they can be good for a root sort of plant, you know, like a ginger root in a pot. So anyway, I decided to pull them all out. There's so many of them. So guys, this is what happens when you plant a choco. Oh my god, it's out of control. But I can't pull it out yet because the chocos are still growing, so I've got to wait, I reckon, about another month. But it's taken over this corner of the garden. Behind that is a fig in a pot, a lily pilly, a barbecue, and then this garden bed with all the old lettuce. So I'm going to pull that out. It's done. But the choco vine is everywhere. And I'll show you, see if I can find a choco. They kind of hide in here. Here we go. There's a little baby one, but they're everywhere. I don't actually eat chocos. I'm gonna have to find someone that does. I've got some lily pillies in the garden and they're amazing plants. They do really well here in the hot summer, and they grow really well in winter. I've got some that I put in last winter and they've like tripled in size, and I've got a couple of topari ones. So they need a trim and they need a new stick to support the stem. So this one, you can see, it's starting to lose its ball shape. So I'm going to give that a little haircut, and that one I've given a bit of a haircut, and I've had to put a new stick in to support the stem because it was starting to grow over and finding it difficult to get a good ball shape. But anyway, we'll see how I go with the other one. This is my poor neglected apple tree. Feel those apples? They've been in the bags for ages and they need to come out, and the tree needs a prune. So I'm going to take care of it. I think my beans are done. The hot weather really finished them off, and there's just a few pods on there. What I'm going to do is collect the pods that are dried, keep them for seeds for next year, because this grew from the seeds from the year before, and then I'll have beans again next year. But I've got to pull it all out. Oh my goodness. So guys, I'm gonna have to go inside now because there's some weather coming and I've got to do some housework. So I'll give you a little tour of what I was able to achieve today. Doesn't feel like much. There's still a lot to do, but hopefully I'll get out here again tomorrow if the weather's good. Let's take a look. Okay, so all the lettuce is out of that raised bed. This raised bed's really good. In winter, I move it from this spot over to the side of the house so it gets all the sun, and then I grow lettuce in it over the winter period. So that's been cleaned up. The choco's still there. I did remove some stuff from the ground so we could walk, but yeah, found a few chocos under there. If anyone actually eats them and wants them, you're welcome to them. I'll just show you this. I really need to deal with the strawberries. Look at them all. They're gone everywhere. I actually want to save some of those new plants so I can dig out the old ones in there and replace them for next year. Strawberries have done really well. I've pruned the lily pillies because I want them to get all bushy without getting too tall. Did some tidy up along here. I found this. See this hole in my hedge? It was dead, the plant in there, and I'm a bit suspicious about the plant next to it. You can see the colour difference. I think what's happened is I put some zero on the ground just here because I keep getting crepe myrtle suckers popping up, and I think I must have sprayed a little bit by accident on that plant, which is a shame because that's probably been there, gosh, 20 years. So I'm a bit sad about that. I don't know if the middle one's going to live, but we'll see. The lily pillies have been shaped and staked up properly with a new bit of soil in there. I've cleaned up in here. I've done a fair bit of grooming on some plants. This plant I've had for at least 11 years. A friend of mine gave it to me for my 40th birthday, and it just seems to be going well. I got some bean seeds. These containers are just full of apples that I have to deal with. All of this space has been tidied up. That's my repotted ginger. All of this is tidy now. I have a passion fruit that I've got to find somewhere to put. When I was tidying up, I found all these bulbs that I bought, so I'm gonna have to find somewhere in the garden to put them. These guys are doing okay. I had to spray this. Seems like a caterpillar had got to it. So I found heaps of caterpillar moths on it. So the chili, I've still got chilies growing. There's heaps of little green ones growing in here. Lots of chili. And I managed to prune the apple tree. Wow, what a difference that makes. I've still got some eggplant and basil, but that's nearly at the end of its life. I can probably overwinter that eggplant, maybe. I might have a go. And this is a massive cleanup. So those bean plants are all gone, and I've pulled off all the old wire because I think I've been growing beans on this for about 5 years, so the wire had it. So I'm going to pull this whole structure down and rethink that. And that's about it. But I've got one important piece of news, so let me go over here. So in this video you might have noticed that there's no heavy breathing. Really sad to say that we lost our Buffy during the week. She got sick very fast, and she was about 2 months of 16, so she was a very old dog. So on Thursday we got the vet out here, and she had a very peaceful, relaxed and dignified passing here with all the family. We're all very sad, but you know, she was in a lot of pain. She was in a bad way, and at that age, you know, what was wrong with her wasn't recoverable. So she's been laid to rest here in the garden. There she is. She's there with Ozzy. Ozzy's over there, and that's where Buffy is. And we'll just look after that grass for a little while and until it grows back, and then we'll probably get some sort of statue or something to go up in this corner for the two dogs. But yeah, we had those dogs a long time, and it's very sad to lose a family member. So guys, sorry to end on that sad news, but I wanted to let you know, and Buffy was a very loved, treasured member of our family, and lucky for her, she's at peace out here in the garden, and I can come and talk to her anytime I want. Alright, Yibbies, you have a great weekend. See ya. Bye. On a positive note, we've still got this Dumbo. She's over there chasing lizards. This morning she ate a bee and regretted her life choices. Hey, Audrey, leave the lizards alone. Go on. Leave them alone. Here she is. She's in here looking for a lizard. Hey, what you got? A lizard?